You are now watching The Lone Blown. Blown! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? You're back here at The Lone Blown. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Today we're going to be going over Lucario Melmetal-Zacian, a deck that's been popular for the past little bit. It's kind of surging in popularity over the past weekend into this week. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty hot to look over. The deck focuses off of being really defensive, and on top of that, I mean, it's got Zacian V. What else could you really ask for? If you're missing any of the cards for this deck, go to PTCGO plug in code ZLASAGE5. You can save 5% off your order like that. You can also check that below in the description along with a copy and pastable list. While you're here, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's get into the deck profile. So here we have it, the LucMetal list. And you can also view the LucMetal list in the description below if you want to copy and paste it right into PTCGO. LucMetal functions off of kind of being an opposite ADP. You can use Full Metal Wall with 1 energy to reduce all damage done to your metal Pokemon for the rest of the game by 30 damage. The deck only plays metal Pokemon, so you don't really need to worry about too much else there. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, you can discard all energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So you want to try to focus on using it for the full effect in most cases, and discarding your opponent's energies when they overload a certain Pokemon. After that, you really have Zacian V as your main attacker. Use Intrepid Sword to accelerate energies most of the time, and use Brave Blade to do a solid 230. Once your opponent's trying to attack you, use cards like Metal Goggles to reduce damage further, which is a Pokemon tool that you could attach. And you play Mallow Lana to reduce damage, or to just not even reduce damage, to kind of just take away damage, I guess, even more. Zamazenta is just to block VMAX only decks, such as Eternatus. It's good against Centiskorch VMAX. It's just good against VMAX Pokemon. So if your opponent's deck is VMAX based, this would be a really good way to overcome it. And then of course we have a Galarian Stunfisk. Galarian Stunfisk is here to get around Decidueye decks, because you can attack through, it's a non-VMAX GX Pokemon. And with the Resistance and Metal Goggles and Full Metal Wall, your opponent's Pokemon are not going to be doing very much damage. So that's really how our line of Pokemon works. It's not anything like overly spectacular. There's 4 Pokemon, but the deck does have a lot of tricks. It does have Lillies Pokédoll. Lillies Pokédoll you could put on your bench. You can move it to the active if you ever need to take an extra turn to use Intrepid Sword. Maybe your opponent doesn't have a boss. You could always switch into a Lillies Pokédoll, put Lillies Pokédoll under, and soft reset the Brave Blade. It also is an anti-decking out measure, so that's cool as well. Metal Saucer, of course we're going to play in a Metal Energy deck. This deck just plays a bunch of Metal Energies, get them in the discard pile, use Metal Saucer to power up. Pokegear is a great way to just kind of search out a supporter card that you need. This deck is very supporter card heavy, so I could imagine that it's pretty good to play that in this deck here. Just grabbing things out. All of our Pokemon are basic. Quick Ball's a no-brainer. Switch, you want to get out of the active spots, especially after using Brave Blade. A lot of these Pokemon have hefty retreat costs, so Switch is really good. Tag Call can search out tag team cards. We got a couple copies of Lucario Melmetal. We got Cynthia Caitlin. We got Mallow Lana. So just searching these things out, that's going to be very, just like making the deck more consistent. You never know what kind of tools are in play. You can scrapper them away. Chaotic Swell, just to stop your opponent's like Giant Hearth or other stadiums that they might play. 4 copies of Boss Orders. Now, the reason why we play 4 copies of Boss in this deck is we just kind of sit here and wait, and then you can go like Brave Blade Boss, Brave Blade Boss, Brave Blade Boss, while taking some punches. You want to get into a mode where they're not one-shotting your Pokemon, and you are one-shotting their 2 prize card Pokemon. Cynthia Caitlin can get back supporters such as Boss, Mallow Lana. It's searchable by Tag Call. You could draw 3 cards from it. Very effective. Mallow Lana, beyond just being another switching card, it does heal damage. Marnie, on top of everything, you want to disrupt your opponents, and sometimes you don't want to pitch your hand because there's a lot of resources in it. Marnie's just the kind of go-to supporter for that reason. Then we got Professors Research. Professors Research pitch and draw 7, you do need to get these metal energies in the discard pile somehow. And Metal Goggles, again, just reducing damage. So, I mean, there's a lot of options that we got with this deck, but mainly you just want to get powered up. It is noted that I do not play Coating Metal Energy. I don't play Coating Metal Energy at this time because I feel like the Centiskorch and Baby Blacephalon matchup are usually pretty poor for this deck. I'd say, like, you're only going to win around 20 to 30% of the time. Anyways, with the Coating Metal Energies. So, to me, I just feel like I'd rather get those Intrepid Swords off hot and just try to get a Centiskorch on a bad start or a Blacephalon on a bad start. Everything else just seems fine for this deck. And with this deck having some built-in consistency based off Daniel Altavilla's second place Hyperlux Hegster Regional Championships, the 4 Boss, the 4 Marnie, and the 4 Professors Research seems to be an upcoming mainstay staple. So this is the way that I would run the deck in best of 1. Based off Danny's response, if you're to play this deck in best of 3, you can get a Lucario Melmetal because it's odds are you're not going to prize it as often. So, I mean, just a slight difference between best of 1 and best of 3. But this is the list that I got because most of our events are best of 1. So let's try some games out with it and see exactly how it goes. Okay, so we're going to call the flip. I'll give my opponent the good old hello hearts. And I lost the flip. They're going to choose who goes first. I mean, I'm completely fine with going second with this deck. Sometimes it's hard for me to find if it's better to go first or seconds with the deck. But since most decks want to go second anyways, it's better to just go second to stop your opponent. And I mean, this start's not terrible. It's just... if that Pokegear doesn't hit, I feel like we miss it. But our opponent might just be playing like Colossal or something. I don't know. Yeah, they're playing Colossal. So it might be difficult for them to get up to that certain damage threshold that they want. So let's see exactly how this goes. Yes, I will pitch this hand 1,000 times out of 10, nothing with Tool Scrapper. So let's go ahead and attach, because you usually want to keep your options on deck. And then I'm going to go Professor's Research. And we do have a Zacian that we can grab out of the deck. I'm just discarding the other LucMetal because it's only needed for prizing purposes. So yeah, let's grab the Zacian. I'm going to put Metal Goggles on this. I don't think our opponent could actually ever knock us out, but I'm going to go ahead and go... I'm actually fine just putting it there. I'd rather just save the LucMetal since it's in the active. That Pokemon's going to have to take some hits. Intrepid Sword, obviously I'll take an energy. And then we just kind of got to vibe out, see exactly what our opponent's doing. You can see we have the boss orders. We don't actually have an extra energy though, which is kind of awkward. And our opponent playing capture energy is a little bit weird as well. But since this is a VMAX deck, this could be a pretty good matchup. I just need to get a Zamazenta as well. I mean, I guess that's something that I should probably talk about a little bit. I just was getting Zacian to get set up. After these Pokemon, I could go Zamazenta all day, every day. Because the only Pokemon that they have that could probably knock it out is Galarian Stunfisk. So, I think we gotta vibe out here a little bit. Get out our Zams, because it's not going to get touched. And speaking about Zamazenta, there we go. In a side note, let me know in the comments if you like any of the Zamazenta, Zacian V, any of the new ones. The new black and gold cards. I think they look super cool. I'm not really one for bling cards, but I mean, I think they look super cool. Okay, our opponent plays Crushing Hammer. Are they going to get a Galarian Stunfisk? I mean, okay, they're just going to grab a Crobat. Okay, we can just vibe out here. Tag Call seems important because we can grab Cynthia Caitlin. I'm just going to grab Cynthia Caitlin. I don't want to discard anything. I'm going to go to Research back. Discard the Stunfisk, grab Research. You can put that there. Go Metal Saucer. Actually, let's just start. I'm actually okay with this hand. just going to go like Metal Saucer here. I'm going to start building up Steel Fist at this point. Got enough energies kind of for what I feel good with. And do I need the energy? I'm just going to grab a third energy just to take that option if I ever want to start attacking with heavy impacts. And it also gives me options to retreat as well. And it also gives me options if my opponent plays Crushing Hammer. Crushing Hammer decks can sometimes play Yell Grunts, so things can get a little bit weird. Our opponent's going full in on the VMAX. If they could attack with Colossal V, maybe they'd be able to get past the Zamazenta V. That's one of the arguments for VMAX Pokemon. But most Pokemon V in the format, as you can see, are severely underpowered, and it'd be incredibly difficult to get that Colossal V set up. So if our opponent can't get out a Galarian Stunfisk, I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Maybe they're just going to grab like a Dedenne now. Oh, another Guru. Interesting. Oh. Maybe they're going to grab the Stunfisk or a Dedenne. Oh, they're thinning their deck out. They're drawing some kind of cards. Maybe they're just trying to shuffle their deck up really well. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. It's one of those matchups. LucMetal games can also take a long while. So you gotta vibe out, see what's going on. So our opponent did 10 damage. I'm cool with that. Lillies Pokédoll can go down. I don't care about any of these other Pokemon. Let's just go, yeah, let's go. Zamazenta goes here. And I'm going to go for, okay, our opponent's going to concede. We got fully set up, and they just realized they can't get through the matchup with those Zamazentas. Okay, so we're going to give our opponent the hello, the heart, and then we're going to go for tails here. We lost a coin flip, and they're going to choose who goes first. So we're going to go first. That's fine. We did get a Zacian V outs. No energies. And one thing that should be noted, this deck doesn't play any Dedennes or Crobats, so you're kind of stuck with what you're stuck with. Keep that in mind. There's really no point of us putting anything else down except maybe another Zacian. But LucMetal usually comes out in every single matchup, so I'm actually just going to put that out there and go right for an Intrepid Sword to the top. And I mean, luckily we were able to get an energy there. We just got to vibe out and see exactly what our opponent can do. I have no clue what deck they're playing. Okay, so we're playing against Mad Party. That could be interesting. I mean, I think Galarian Stunfisk is probably going to be a good attacker in this matchup. Maybe just tealing with some tanky hits. LucMetal might work out surprisingly better than we think here. But this probably, I don't know how great this matchup is, to be honest. We don't play Crushing Hammers. They do have a Melmetal-GX in play. Just gotta get set up here and see what's going on. And they're just going to take their time discarding some of their Pokemon. Obviously discarding Dedennes and Galarian Mr. Rhymes. Oh, and the fact that they're putting another Dedenne down might make it a little bit easier for us. I just don't know if I should go with Full Metal Wall. I think the most efficient attack that I have is Steel Fist. Now, for me to take the 30 damage off and discard their energies, that's like 1 energy attachment. And 30 damage, I think just like Steel Fist is just a better attack for me to use. So next turn, that's going to be my goal, is to get into a Steel Fist as soon as possible. Leaving this Pokemon as a 3 prize card Pokemon, so our opponent can take some other Pokemon out there. Maybe they'll just attack us for 60. 80. The damage just keeps on going up. Okay, so no Stunfisk. I mean, reasonably, our best attack is probably going to be Zamazenta, more than Zacian. So we can get that down. Let's see if there's something we can get our discard pile. So hopefully our opponent doesn't have a boss's orders. If they do, that's cool. Whatever. Let's try to go Intrepid Sword. Yeah, we'll take another energy. And then we're just kind of vibing with what we got going on here. I mean, I think we're in a little bit of a better spot than we were last turn. Hopefully our opponent just goes for the knockout, and then we can start getting attacks off with LucMetal. While powering up a Zamazenta V. Hopefully our opponent's just not able to discard things, so we could just like Marnie them into nothing. So I mean, Marnie, Steel Fist sounds like a very good combination next turn. And our end goal obviously is going to be knocking out those Melmetal-GX, so that's why we are powering up the Zacian V as well. So 150, 180, yeah. Okay, so they do have the Bumblebee out there. Cool. Oh, wow. I think that's actually weird that they went after that one. Let's see if we can actually heal that off. I will grab the boss, because boss sounds pretty good. Just because there's other bosses in the deck that we can get. I'm going to protect these. Switch into this. Actually, maybe we want to get boss in the discard pile. Yeah, let's go boss in the discard pile. That sounds better. And we can grab another Zamazenta here. And then just go Marnie. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand. Maybe they had other good cards. Not sure. We do have Mallow Lana here too, so... I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with this. Just going Steel Fist. I'm going to grab the extra energy and attach it just in case they want to attack with a Poltegeist. Poltegeist does have 60 HP instead of 50. Or, I guess, 40. Either way, it doesn't matter. 50 damage wouldn't knock out a Poltegeist. So if they plan that a little bit differently, they could kind of take advantage of this. And we can take the knockout back and heal. We're just hoping that they have a lack of boss, and we could probably do some stuff for a significant amount of time in this game. But we gotta wait and vibe out while our opponent just plays the game. Yeah, Muse is gonna be a card. I wouldn't be surprised if they were playing a Professors Research this turn, or if they were just keeping in their hand to keep it out of the deck. Mad Party's super fun deck to play. It's just kind of fragile. I mean, I could still lose this game. It's still, Mad Party's just more of a fragile deck. How much do they have in there? 3, 5, 7, 140. 160. We're just vibing here. And they're just getting their next attacker set up. So I think they're going to attack us for 160 minus 30 for 130. Oh. They do play the Dugong as well. And there's a Chaotic Swell. I'm totally cool with the Chaotic Swell going in play. So even after all that, they're just doing 130. And the Mallow Lana is just going to be like... Cool, you do nothing here. So I'm gonna go Mallow Lana, discarding a Metal Energy and a Zacian. I'm just going to put the Lillies Pokédoll out there, heal that, start getting this Zamazenta built up, because this one they'd have to boss up anyways. Put that underneath the deck. And then again, we'll just attack for 50 here. So you can see we took a prize card, they did 10 damage. And yeah, I'm just going to get the extra energy. I'm not really too worried about energies this game. We've only seen one Metal Saucer. And I mean, our hand seems like it's got a lot of stuff going for it, right? Like, I just don't know what they could do to jump back in here. But we've taken 2 prize cards. They've taken 0. They've done 3 attacks in the game. But their attacks have only equaled up to 190 damage. After the Mallow Lana, of course. But another Mallow Lana negates their attack as well. So, I mean, as long as they don't take the knockout on the LucMetal this turn, I don't feel too bad here. And of course, they're at, they could run out of energies too, because that's their 3rd twin energy. And they're also, every single turn, they're just like going through their deck, running out of resource. Like they have what's it called? 14 cards left to deal with for the entire game. So like they're running out of options to play like cards like Professors Research. So if they have energy stuck in their deck, they might just be stuck with those energies in the deck. So they did find a boss orders. That's fine. So that's 220. Okay. We're going to keep this one in the active spot because that seems like a good idea. Actually, you want to know what? Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe I should just go Metal Energy, knock out a Melmetal-GX. Yeah, I think that's actually better because that puts us that we knock. Yeah, and we can go Marnie as well. I could be wrong here. I'm willing to take the chance. We'll take the one off with the air balloon. And we'll just go Brave Blade. So, I mean, it comes at the cost of a switch. But, I mean, the switch isn't going to really matter if we can get an energy next turn anyways. I don't know how many boss typically a deck like this plays. But, they can't really do too much with this. Like, they're going to get a knockout, and I'm going to play Marnie. And hopefully they just don't get it. Like, they're building up a big enough hands. Okay. Yeah, you can see now our opponents is at a significant amount of cards in their hand. We're going to Marnie that all away, knock out their active. Okay. So, I mean, we have win in hand for next turn. We are fully powered up and raring to go. Let's just go heavy impact here for the knockouts. And I mean, if our opponent has it, they have it. They need to be able to do to the active 280 damage. Which is 280 minus 30 to do 250. So they need to have 14 in their discard pile. They have 4, 7, 10, 11, 12. I think that was a 13th one. 4, 8, 11, 12, 13. Maybe they'll get it. I mean, if they're able to knock out this Pokemon, it is what it is. Is that enough? They have 4, 8, 11, 12, 13. So that'd be 260 minus 30. Oh, and of course there's also a resistance factor. I should also probably factor that in too. But I mean, that's good. We won the game. It worked out anyways, so all good here. So as you can see, LucMetal is kind of popping. It kind of takes a slow and steady kind of route to win, but as they always say, slow and steady wins the race. And in this format, sometimes you can slow it down enough where you can force yourself to win that race. That just might be the case with LucMetal. So with LucMetal on the rise, this is my current take on the list. I'm heavily based off the list that Daniel Altavilla came second with at the Hegster Hyperlux Regional Championships this past Saturday. So I mean, I think the list is busted. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, as always, feel free to like, share, subscribe. We're doing everything we can to possibly grow this channel. And I appreciate all the support from everyone so far. Thank you so much, everyone, and have yourself a wonderful day. Really hope that you enjoyed watching that video. I totally enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, share the video with everyone that you know, and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally appreciate all the support. We got a lot of cool things happening on the channel, so stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the social links in the description. Thanks and have yourself a great one.